City has been so cool. And like
I would have never thought that you had not.
I'm
done a
saying
healing
it,
circle,
I'm telling
ever.
you, that's why
Right.
No, I
like
mean
you
that's
need to
such
like
a super
you need to
thing.
present about these things. You need to like scaffold and tell people that you're
Yeah.
a hippie chakra.
Right.
And that, but it started because it can't, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So social toxicity and like seeing how I'm a perpetrator in that karma, and using the karma principles to like really attune and refine and extract attitudes and behaviors that are no longer serving me or future.
Yes, Lord.
I really appreciated the karma principles.
And so that leads me to the next question.
No.
Wait, wait.
Oh, sorry, Keith.
All is well.
My bad.
All is well.
No, go ahead. My bad.
All is well.
It's the bell. It's the bell.
It is.
Flourish Agenda's trainings have impacted my work with youth. I have learned to be audaciously authentic in my skin and how I show up, and to always carve out that space no matter how tough that terrain may be, because those youth are always watching and they need that space carved out. I have learned that there's still work to be done. There are conversations that need to go a lot deeper than surface level, and trainings and workshops should be in place for that. But then on a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful note, the networks. The networks. I wouldn't be where I am right now. The networks. That right there alone is a reason to be involved. And that's that.
Yes, Blazer.
Okay.
Come on now.
I know.
Network.
Okay, where's that from?
I'll show you.
Child, y'all know I've been stuck on
Netflix
lemonade
and
since
chill.
lemonade came out.
That's okay.
I've been stuck on lemonade since lemonade came out. I'm waiting for the next.
Time.
We got 30 minutes.
That brings me to the next question. We're going to talk about the karma principle, but I just want to make sure I capture correctly. What's been impactful for you about working with Flourish Agenda? Emotional maturity, spiritual growth, transformation, awakening and release. Being connected, being in tune, processing, tools to process, open to sharing knowledge and resources with others now. It has given you a voice, confidence, agency, developing skills, building your capacity, exposure to healing and safe spaces. I am because we are, seeing that because you are, we are. Impact, creating community, meaningful relationships with youth and others, seeing actual change and building legacy, context, vision, self-actualization, career, appointed jobs, relationships, a mirror to see yourself, attunement, perseverance, vision, networks, being seen and acknowledged, culture, self-worth, a place to stand in, personal truth, how to be an active listener and leader, a platform to affect social change.
Poop, pop, bam.
All right,
I told
we
my
got-
manager I'm really a good listener. I shouldn't be arguing with my husband if I know how to do this, but it works when I want it to. All right.
Still human.
So the next question is, which karma principle has been the most effective for you? Which principle have you tried to incorporate in your day-to-day? Which one has made a major difference? What difference have you noticed from using it? You can answer any of those, but like which one of these principles? And I put the karma principles up here. Karma stands for culture, agency, relationships, meaning, and aspirations.
I'll go first.
All
So
right.
for me, relationship. I don't necessarily have a big family that I have a relationship and everything with and all of that. So having the community behind me, such as Camp Akili, is hella important. I didn't realize how important it was for me with this family that I have. Realistically, till like this last year and a half. Last year was a really rough year for me. And this year has been a year about me acknowledging my relationships and the growth of my relationships, sisterhood and friendships. This last couple months, I'm always saying how grateful for my friends I am. I've never said that before this year. I never was like always saying, oh, I love my friends, I'm so grateful, oh my God. No, this year I've been able to, even when it's not, and it's not even when it comes to like money or anything like that, it's really just relationship. It's not about, it's not about, you know, being able to call somebody and be like, hey, can I hold $20? Nah. Me being able to say and feel comfortable enough to call this person and say, hey, I'm in a bad way right now. I got $4 on my account. Can I hold some? Knowing that I can call this person and that's okay. You know, and they're like, it's good, sis, I'm about to pull up on you right quick. And there's no judgment. There's no questions. There's no, you know, oh, well, well, I know that you was smoking, or I know that you went to go eat Ethiopian food, or I know that you went to go. It's not no question about it, you know. So it makes me the Karma Principle has made me comfortable to be able to be myself in my community and build relationships that will be forever lasting.
All right.
Shay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I want to unicorn back on that. This is the same signal in my classroom. Relationships as well. I will even in my head think, okay, I've been when I'm going through it, okay, I tapped into my culture, I tapped into agency. I will look at what's missing, and for me it is consistently the relationship part that I will try to do the things on my own. And I'll realize, damn, I haven't tapped in with anyone in my community about this. And the power of community therapy is real and profound. And I think actually the ticket to liberation from colonization, it's the ticket to decolonizing. It's in each other and liberating our imaginations and our relationships and our efforts.
Shay. All right, you beat the timer, girl. You better go on.
Which karma principle has been the most effective for you? Which karma principle have you tried to incorporate most frequently? Which has made a major difference? What differences have you noticed from the karma principle?
I'll go ahead and start the timer myself and start with agency. Agency for me this year has really popped up in a way because I feel like it was the one that I ran from the most and didn't realize that was something I was running from, just kind of like not taking agency and just even like my mental state, or just like, you know, in my relationships, or just in all areas in my life. So agency for me has been important and just influential for me, because I've learned how to really kind of take the reign in my purpose and be confident in myself to do that.
Not shade, friend.
I beat the
timer.
All right, I guess I'll go. So I'm kind of combining 3 into 1 right now because I feel like I'm getting more knowledge as far as my culture and our history, and just really just us as Black people, and I'm using that to help build the relationship between me and my son, because his dad is really into the Bible, and that's something that he just really has embedded in him just naturally. And I'm not necessarily that person, and I'm just very spiritual, but I wasn't really making the effort to really embed what I was believing into him. And so I've introduced meditation to him, and he just really received it so well, and really likes it, and just thinks that it's the coolest thing ever. So just giving him that, and then actually having him use it to both help me and his aspirations on trying to reach a better relationship, because I can be a little short-tempered at times because I just have so much going on that I expect so much from him, and like when he doesn't always meet up to that, it's like a head bump. So the meditation and the spirituality has really helped, because you know, he's asked me questions like, well, you know, is God this, you know? But to me, I was like, well, I believe that there's more than one God. And so what exactly are you trying to like get to? And then I can give you my perspective of that situation, you know? And I was like, although your father does believe this, and that's totally fine too, you know, like we can believe in different things, and it's up to you to figure out what you want to believe. And so I just feel like that's really helped in all of those areas. Yeah.
Ashe. I'm going to also say culture, because I feel as though there is an erasure when it comes to same-gender loving people. When it comes to the culture, we focus on very heteronormative aspects of the diaspora. When it should be opened up. In my research over this last year, I'm learning that homosexuals, male and female, are the gatekeepers of the spiritual. Those are the things that we lose when and this is very spiritual work we're talking about. So that can take a deeper dive into
Deeper dive now. Come on.
you know, what it means to be of color.
I love you, right?
Everybody's like,
Everyone's
I'm gonna follow that. Culture. I'm gonna say culture too. I think that karma, real quick, I think it's a domino effect. You pick one, you end up doing the others.
Oh.
Like,
yeah,
that's what I'm looking at right now. Like
I'm like,
not
I
even
think
on
that's
purpose.
what
Not on purpose. You can be like, I'm only gonna do relationships. Well, by making that relationship, you got agency, and there's meaning to that, and you're fulfilling an aspiration within your culture. Like what?
That's it.
Just say karma.
That piece.
But culture for sure. I work in a space where it's predominantly Asian or white, or half Asian, half white. I work in an after-school program of 200 kids. There's only 3 black kids out of the 200. 2 are younger, one's a little older. And I've been working with the older boy a lot. And balancing, like, it's a Chinese immersion school. And like, he's getting this amazing opportunity, but he has constant stereotypes being pushed at him. He's been told, like, oh, well, he acts like a thug. Yes, children are saying this. He's gonna go to jail anyways, stuff like that. And my purpose there is to show him that he can still hold his culture while being around this toxic surrounding society. And holding that culture there for him has kept me at this job and kept me pushing. The other day this shows that it works. The other day he was like, yeah, honestly, Miss Evan, I talk back to my like school day teachers. And I was like, well, do you talk back to me? And he was like, no. And I was like, well, why not? He's like, because you look like me and you respect me.
That's real.
And that's all it takes sometimes. So culture.
I heard that.
I'm sorry, I keep changing the thing because I don't know which one I'm with yet. But I kind of had the line was a little too harsh, you know. So I was looking for something soft. I think I found it. So it's the ripple now. So look out for a new sound. This is just gentle, you know, gentle push.
And everybody doesn't have to answer every
All of them,
question.
because there are other questions they're coming.
Oh, there's more questions.
Yeah, there are a lot of
Let's
questions.
do it.
Well, let me not. They're not a lot. There's 4 more questions.
All right.
So we don't all have to answer each one.
All right, cool.
Okay. Are we clear to go to the next one?
Yes.
Yes? Okay, cool. Which health and healing strategy has been the least effective for you? So which karma principle has been the least effective for you? And why do you think that is?
Everybody's looking kind of weird. Oh, go ahead.
Everybody, you say everybody looking kind of weird because like Evan said, it's like a domino effect on all of them. Right, there's one you practice all of them, but I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna start it. I'm gonna say with me, the hardest one for me is meaning. Even though I do all like, I have knowledge of self. I do all the work. I heal. I follow all the other karma principles, but I still have trouble sometimes. I want